been making waves lately. Their stock surged after announcing a new battery technology, and X is buzzing about their upcoming Cybertruck launch.
Okay. So let's talk about Tesla with the latest update, right? We know the Robotaxi reality. We'll do some question regarding Robotaxi reality check. So the first question, Tesla's Robotaxi service requires a human safety monitor and can only operate in daylight with good weather in limited Austin area. How is this different from what Waymo was doing 5 years ago, and why should investors be excited? That is my question.
Tesla's Robotaxi service in Austin currently requires a human safety monitor, operates only during daytime and good weather, and is confined to a small area, like parts of Zilker and South Congress. 5 years ago, Waymo was also running limited Robotaxi tests with safety drivers, but they were further along, covering larger areas in places like Phoenix and already testing fully driverless rides in controlled settings. Waymo's tech used LiDAR and radar, unlike Tesla's camera-only approach, and they've since scaled to over 10 million paid driverless trips. Investors might feel cautious, not excited, because Tesla's behind Waymo, who's been at this longer, and offers fully autonomous rides without humans in multiple cities. Tesla's restrictions, daylight, good weather,
Okay. So I'm giving you some more questions, right? Videos show Tesla robotaxis dropping passengers in the middle of multi-lane roads and at intersections. If this is what FSD unsupervised looks like after a decade of development, right? What does that say about Tesla's timeline to deploy millions of robotaxi by 2026?
Well, those videos showing Tesla robotaxis dropping passengers in the middle of multi-lane roads or at intersections, like on West Riverside Drive in Austin, raise some red flags. After a decade of work on full self-driving, these mistakes suggest Tesla's tech isn't ready for prime time. Unsupervised FSD is supposed to be the backbone of the robotaxi vision, but if it's making basic errors like improper drop-offs or veering into oncoming lanes, scaling to millions of robotaxis by 2026 sounds wildly optimistic. Waymo took years to go from limited tests to a 1,500 vehicle fleet, and they're still not at millions. Tesla's got a steep climb, regulatory hurdles, safety concerns, and software glitches to fix. Achieving that timeline would need near-perfect execution, which these incidents show they're nowhere near.
Okay, so that is saying unlikely Tesla so-called robotaxi could be reaching millions, right, by next year. Okay, so my next question regarding Tesla's promises and strategy. Tesla promised affordable model would start production in first half of 2025, but we are at July 1st with no sign of them. This follows killing the 25K model. Is Tesla becoming the company that overpromises and under delivers? Or is there a deeper strategy pivot happening? That is my question.
Yeah, it's looking that way. Tesla promised those affordable models would start production in the first half of 2025. Think a stripped-down Model Y. Cheaper materials, maybe 20 to 25 grand. But here we are, July 1st, and there's nothing. No factory updates, no prototypes shown, just crickets. They canceled the 25K Model 2 last year, and now this delay smells like another miss. X posts are calling it out, with folks saying Tesla's stuck in a pattern of hyping big plans. Robotaxi, affordable EVs, then falling short. Back in April, their Q1 report swore these models were on track, but Reuters reported delays in the US and a pivot to focus on a cheaper Model Y in China for later this year. This could be a strategy shift, prioritizing robotaxi or high-margin models like the Cybertruck.
Okay. So I'll give you another question. Wedbush has a 500 price target, citing robotaxi potential worth around 80 billion annually by year 2035, while UBS warns of 18 delivery declines. Which matters more for Tesla's 2025 performance? The AI vision or the car business reality? That is my question.
Tough call, but the car business reality might weigh heavier right now. Wedbush's 500 price target hinges on Tesla's robotaxi potential, projecting $80 billion in revenue by 2035. Pretty exciting if their AI can pull off millions of self-driving taxis. They're banking on Cybercab and unsupervised FSD being game changers. But UBS is warning about an 18% delivery decline in 2025, potentially dropping to under 1.5 million vehicles, hits Tesla's core business hard. Deliveries are their cash cow, and a slump could tank margins, especially with competition from BYD and new tariffs messing things up. posts are split. Some hype the AI dream, others fret over slipping sales and Musk's distractions. If Robotaxi stumbles, like it has with those Austin glitch...
Basically, my understanding, let's see, for year 2035, the target price is only 500. That is totally not attractive at all, right? Because that is saying after 10 years, the price only rising around 80%. If you compare to NVIDIA or AMD, after 10 years, it could be pricing could be like 3 to 5 times, right? Okay, so maybe I'm asking you another question. Tesla's global EV market share dropped from 14% to 18% as Chinese competitors like BYD surge. Meanwhile, Tesla's focusing on robotaxis, while companies like Waymo already operate commercial services in multi-cities. Is Tesla fighting yesterday's war while losing today's battles?
Yeah, it kind of looks that way. Tesla's global EV market share dropped from 14% to about 11% recently, with BYD and others like Geely eating their lunch, especially in China, where BYD's plug-in hybrids are killing it. Tesla's pushing hard on robotaxis, think Cybercab, those Austin tests, but Waymo's already got commercial driverless services in Phoenix, LA, and San Francisco, with over 10 million trips under their belt. X is buzzing with posts calling Tesla out for chasing the AI dream while their core EV business slips. In 2024, Tesla delivered around 1.8 million vehicles, but BYD is closing in fast with cheaper models. It feels like Tesla's fighting to dominate self-driving tech, yesterday's big promise, while losing ground in the EV price wars today. If they don't nail both, they're risking a big stumble. Want me to dive deeper into one part of this?
Okay, so yes, so that is saying still some potential risky situation may happen for the future as of now upon the latest data showing from Tesla, right? So I'm asking you another question. Given the Musk's political activities have damaged Tesla's brand in key markets like Europe, sales down 27.9% in May, and the mega crowd won't buy EVs while environmentalists are turned off. Who's left to buy Tesla's eventual affordable model?
That's a tough spot. With Elon Musk's political activities, like backing Trump and Germany's AfD, Tesla's brand has taken a hit, especially in Europe, where sales dropped 27.9% in May 2025 compared to last year. That's on top of vandalism at showrooms and protests from groups like Restore Wetlands. Posts on X show left-leaning buyers, who make up a big chunk of EV early adopters, swearing off Tesla, while some MAGA folks aren't rushing to buy EVs either. They prefer gas guzzlers. Environmentalists who'd normally be Tesla's core market are turned off by Musk's rhetoric. So, who's left for that affordable model? Maybe younger, pragmatic buyers who just want a cheap EV, think urban renters or gig workers needing a budget ride. In markets like China or India, where politics matter less, price-conscious consumers could still bite if Tesla delivers that sub-30 grand model. But with BYD offering cheaper EVs, Tesla's got to nail pricing and rebuild trust fast.
Yeah, that is saying Tesla is losing high-end market, compete with BYD with low-end market. That does not sound interesting, right? Okay, I'm giving you another question. Tesla uses only cameras for FSD, while competitors use LiDAR, radar, and multiple sensors. Recent Austin incidents suggest this approach has limitations. Is Tesla camera-only strategy brilliant cost optimization or dangerous corner cutting? That is my question.
Tesla's camera-only approach for full self-driving is more like dangerous corner cutting than brilliant cost optimization right now. Their setup, using just 8 cameras and neural nets, keeps costs down compared to competitors like Waymo, who use pricey LiDAR, radar, and multiple sensors for redundancy. But those Austin incidents, like Robotaxi stopping in intersections or misjudging lanes, show cameras alone struggle in tricky conditions, low light, fog, or complex urban settings. X posts are roasting Tesla for this, with clips of FSD mishaps going viral. Waymo's multi-sensor approach has racked up over 10 million driverless miles with fewer errors, while Tesla's still stuck with human monitors. It's cheaper, sure. LiDAR can cost 10 grand per unit, but if it can't match safety and reliability, Tesla's betting big on a risky shortcut. Want me to dig into something
Okay,
else?
so that is a good suggestion. Even though radar and LiDAR is more expensive, for long run, I don't think the price will be keep rising because of the mass production of those devices could be cheaper for the future. Okay, my next question. Tesla completed his first driverless delivery on June 27, but Waymo has done millions of rides without safety drivers. How does Tesla claim autonomous leadership when they are clearly behind in real-world deployment? That is my question.
Tesla's claim of autonomous leadership is more hype than reality here. Yeah, they pulled off their first driverless delivery of a Model Y in Austin on June 27, 2025, which is a cool milestone. 30 minutes, highways, parking lots, the works. But Waymo's been running fully driverless rides since 2020, logging over 10 million trips across cities like Phoenix, LA, and San Francisco, with no safety drivers. Ex-posts are calling Musk out, saying Tesla's single delivery is a stunt compared to Waymo's scaled operations, 200,000 paid rides a week. Tesla leans on its vision-only system and massive data from 3 billion autonomous miles, but their robotaxis still need human monitors and are limited to a tiny Austin zone. Waymo's got detailed maps, LiDAR, and a proven track record. Tesla's leadership pitch feels like it's banking on future promises, Cybercab, global rollout, while they're trailing an actual deployment. Want me to keep going?
Okay, so I'm giving you some other questions, right? With Tesla's sentiment score at minus 0.2 and only a 20% chance of near-term price increases, but potential for $500 dollar by October 2025. Is this a buy the dip moment for falling knives? That is my question.
With Tesla's sentiment score at minus 0.2 and just a 20% chance of a near-term price bump, it's looking like a falling knife. The stock's down to around $250 after a 50% plunge since December 2024, when it was near $480. Some analysts, like Wedbush, see it hitting $500 by October 2025, banking on robotaxi hype and Musk's AI push. But others, like UBS, warn of an 18% delivery drop this year, which could crush cash flow. Ex-posts show retail investors are split. Some are scooping up shares, calling it a generational buy, while others see more pain ahead with competition from BYD and Waymo's lead in autonomous tech. Buying the dip could pay off if Tesla nails Cybercab or their affordable model, but with regulatory hurdles and FSD glitches, it's risky. You might catch a bounce, but it feels more like gambling than a safe bet right now.
Yes. Maybe I'm giving you some data which is more persuasive, right? Now the forward P for Tesla is more than 100, which is in the higher area according to its history performance. That is saying, even though now pricing wise Tesla may not be so high, evaluation wise, basically it is quite expensive, right? Sorry, the 4P maybe is more than 100. The latest value updating could be around 170. That's why I don't think that is a good time to buy Tesla as of now. Okay, this is my own opinion. Maybe I'm giving you some other questions. Last question, Tesla's July 29 earnings could be a catalyst, but Q2 deliveries reported maybe July 2nd are expected to drop 10 to 18%. Should investors wait for actual delivery numbers before making moves, or it is robotaxi narrative enough to ignore the car business? That is my question.
Investors should definitely wait for those Q2 delivery numbers before making moves, with expectations set for a 10 to 18% drop, around 366,000 to 400,000 units compared to last year's 466,000. Those figures dropping on July 2 could tank the stock if they're on the low end. UBS and posts on X are flagging this as a big hit to Tesla's core car business, which still drives most of their revenue. The July 29th earnings might hype the robotaxi narrative, Cybercab, FSD progress, but it's speculative, and Austin's limited tests with human monitors show they're years behind Waymo. Tesla's forward PE at 170 screams overvaluation for a company facing delivery slumps and competition from BYD. Betting on robotaxi alone ignores the reality of weak sales and margin pressure. Hold off, see the numbers, then decide. Anything else you want to hit on?
Okay, thank you. I think upon the conversation with you, we are having some deep understanding of Tesla. So thank you. Bye bye.